Hello, Silver community. It's Sterling Cannabis with you once again. And today we're going to talk a little bit more about cannabis. But I did lay out a little bit of silver here if that's what you want to look at. It's a few pours that I did the other day. But I wanted to talk to you guys about some medical grade cannabis that if you happen to be in a medical state or a legal state, but you're going to your dispensaries and you want to get some stuff for medical purposes or for recreational purposes, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about things that are maybe a little bit safer for you, or so that you will at least understand what it is that you are purchasing. This in the syringe right here is commonly known as RSO or Rick Simpson oil. For you old geezers like me, it's the black hash oil that we used to get back in the 70s. This right here is, and this is the way I do it, not everybody, and this is what I want you to make sure that you get when you go into the dispensaries. This is an ethanol alcohol extraction. Ethanol alcohol is the alcohol that is in beer or whiskey. It's the alcohol that you can consume. Yes, there are toxic levels of it, and there are people that shouldn't have any whatsoever. I'm not going to go into that. But this is the safest chemical extraction that you can have, because a lot of people actually consume alcohol for recreational or just to feel better about themselves, whatever. They enjoy a beer with dinner. But like I said, a lot of people consume alcohol. If there happens to be a microscopic amount left in this, it's not such a terrible thing. But the distillation process is done properly. There's the amounts that will be left in it will be microscopic. Now this bunch right here, this is THCA rosin extract from keef. Now what I did is and you can look up all of these things. You can go into YouTube and look up these terms and stuff if you want to see a lot of videos on it. But I did a dry sift process on fresh product that had never been allowed to completely dry out and had never been exposed to any amount of heat. And so the THC is still in an A form. It does not have psychoactivity if you were to take this orally, but all the medical benefits are there. Um, there is a fair amount of literature out there that says that THCA in combination with CBDs and a number of the other cannabinoids that come in the cannabis plant naturally, in combinations, they show signs of being able to kill cancers. And this is the stuff that you would want for that, is THCA. And then what you could do is take it and get little gel caps that you can buy at any pharmacy and fill the gel caps with this stuff, and you would want to consume about a gram a day. Now this stuff costs, in the dispensaries it might be $70-$80 a gram. If you've got a good extractor that knows what they're doing, like me, that can help you, they can get this stuff out for you for probably about $40 a gram, and they're still making a decent profit. And in 150 40 to 160-day treatment. By the literature, you should know if this is going to take care of your cancer or not. But this is a rosin extract. You don't want live rosin. Live rosin uses butane, and that's just using plant material that isn't completely dried out like this. It's the only comparison, but it's a chemical extract. This is rosin. It's heat and pressure, and I use really, really low heat to get this stuff and a small amount of pressure. And this here was from keef. Now this here, same thing basically, except for instead of being from keef or hash that has not been pressed, this is from buds that I put into the bags and I pressed them. This is really, really high quality, high tasty, wonderful, wonderful stuff. And at this point, it is still in the THCA form. I'll get it back into the freezer as soon as we're done talking here, and it will be fine. But these guys, yes, it's the heat that will change it and make it so that it is activated and has the psychoactivity, and so I keep it away from that. This here, because it's a distillation process, it's exposed to heat. This stuff is activated. This stuff has psychoactivity and it will get you high. But this is what I use to make medables. This is 3 grams, 3 milliliters. But I make it from the chips from my rosin. Another thing, you'll need to go on to YouTube and learn about that. We don't have time here. But it's not the strongest RSO. This stuff will probably come out around 35% cannabinoids. But I put this 3 grams here into one batch of cookies or 80 Tootsie Rolls. At 80 Tootsie Rolls, the Tootsie Rolls will come out at about 12.5 grams. Put it into a batch of cookies where I'm getting 30 cookies out of it. They're somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 to 30 milligrams a piece. I like my cookies. But this stuff works really well for pain. I'm old. I'm not skinny. I never have been. But I've skied for 62 years. I've done everything I can to damage my body. But because of this stuff, I can still walk. Now, say, okay, you've shown us all of this medical grade stuff. Now this here is what I get when I come back after I've extracted the medical grade stuff. A little higher temperature, a little more pressure. And this stuff is activated. It's not as expensive, I guess, but it tastes pretty good. But this is a second pressing rosin. It really only is good for getting high. Dabbing it, you could cook with it, put it into cookies or whatever. The RSO works better. It infuses into the butter much easier, and you won't have any bad taste with that at all. Although you wouldn't have any bad taste with this either. This is going to be a lot more potent. But at any rate, when you are going to your dispensaries, do not, please do not buy anything that is a butane extraction. They'll tell you, oh, we get 100% of it out. And I'm not saying that they're not trying, not doing the absolute best they can. But there is a science or a theory called water memory. It's a thing that takes a long time to explain. You could go to Edge of Wonder YouTube channel and look up water memory on there, and they've got about a 2-hour video that explains it really well. Well, cannabinoids are oils, and they have memory like water. Whatever they are exposed to leaves a permanent imprint. If you are using cannabinoids that at some point in their processing have been exposed to butane, those cannabinoids are going to carry some of the attributes of the butane with them forever, even if the butane is removed. Be careful with what you are putting into your body. But with that, my friends, collect your silver, take care of your body, be healthy. Peace out. Love you guys.